more additional information I can share at this time.
What are you saying?
Sam, what is it?
Jess, you're holding my hand too tight.
Sam, I'm not holding your hand.
Greetings and welcome to Region Free. I am Flesh Wound Dan, joined by Lorne. How's it going?
I'm breathing.
We've got Dirk and Darren from Subjective Perspective.
Oh,
Stone Gasman.
yeah. What's going on, man?
It's not- What's going on, guys? We're sorry for the technical hiccups, but
Yeah.
I was confused too. I was like I was on the bad link, and I'm like, I'm not seeing the video. So there you go. But we fixed it. The gremlin has been neutralized.
Yeah.
Until they revive it in 40 years for a long out-of-date sequel.
So yes, hopefully the people in the other link are gonna come over here and are bad. But how's everybody doing tonight?
I'm on this side of the grass, so it's always a good day. You know.
Oh, I had a great Veterans Day. Got a free breakfast, a free dinner, and a free root canal.
Oh shit!
Was the root canal honestly free?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, there was a dentist that did free dental care for veterans, so I took advantage of that.
Oh, awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's very cool. I did not realize that. I mean, I knew that you get free food. I didn't think you got free dental work.
There's plenty of perks,
yeah.
man. I'm sure.
It depends on where you live, but yeah, and it's certain. I mean, this particular dental dentist was a veteran himself, so yeah. So on Veterans Day, he always provides free dental care, which is pretty cool.
Very cool.
Support your veterans, people.
Yeah.
They did what we weren't willing to do.
Absolutely.
It's nice to be back. I missed a very rare Region Free because I was putting on a wrestling show, so it's good to be back in the swing of things. Yes. So we were yeah, we're making horror movies come to life and in the ring, and that was a good time. But I'm happy to be back with everybody.
Was it like glass involved and tacks and shit and ladders and
Glass,
fire?
tacks, ladders, fire. Someone got lit on fire.
Rattlesnakes. Any of that
We haven't used rattlesnakes.
Okay.
Like, I will pitch that. I'm not quite sure how you would do it because you don't want to hurt the snakes, but
Yeah.
I will pitch it. I don't think rattlesnakes have been used in a death match, so
Right.
I will pitch it. But thank you for your service out there. We are talking. We do have a segment tonight talking about veteran themed horror movies in a little while. And Ben, thank you for your service as well in the chat. We appreciate it. So yeah. So what have you guys seen the last month? I know we're going to talk obviously about Frankenstein, which I'm eager to talk about.
Yeah, man.
It was good. Do you want me to go first? I don't
Go
mind.
for it.
It don't matter.
So yeah, talking to Frankenstein, I did see it. And I was really pleasantly surprised because I didn't think it was going to be kind of my thing.
Mm-hmm.
It very much has got the feel of like an Eggers film. I thought, you know, and I know I've heard people online, they moan a little bit about it's too long, but I found it really went by pretty quickly. I like the fact that he did something new with the story while keeping kind of like the base kind of plot. And I just thought, yeah, I mean, the lead actor, Oscar Isaac, I believe, I thought he nailed like Baron Victor Frankenstein. Obviously Mia Goth, she's always going to put in a decent performance. But no, I liked everything about it. I was really surprised. I think it captures that time period as well really well.
Yeah,
you mentioned Victor, man. The guy that played Victor, I've seen him in that. What's that AI film? What was it?
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina.
Similar kind of deal, but I guess modern day, whatever. But
Oscar Isaac.
Okay. Yeah, he's a great actor, man.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the hell out of the. I like Del Toro, though, man. There's not. I mean, pretty much anything I've seen of his. I even watched Pinocchio with my son not too long ago that he did. And that's actually pretty good. That was like stop motion. It's very. Like, it won some kind of awards and shit, you know, whatever. But I don't know.
What was with this one though? Because I heard that it's got 120 million budget.
Yeah,
but didn't it did do theatrically. It played a few theaters or what have you, but it was mainly come out on Netflix. What was the deal there? Do you know if it was originally going to have a wider release or?
I think originally it was going to be in the theater, right?
It got its 500 screens, but Netflix never released wide.
Okay.
They're just not very interested in it. They do it because that's how they get the filmmakers to want to come aboard.
Award season too. You have to have so many screens to be considered, and that's a big reason for it.
It was playing near me, but I just couldn't get out to see it, so I did have to watch it on the smaller screen at home. But obviously Frankenstein is completely my jam, right? So this one had kind of a high hurdle, and I'm hot and cold on Del Toro. I think Blade 2 is a disaster of a film, for instance.
Oh yeah.
But I also haven't seen everything he's done. So it's one of those things that I went in with hope, but I've been disappointed a lot in classic monster adaptations over the years. So going in, I realized I was probably going to be unfairly critical of it. But I'd also heard that it was the first time anyone had actually tried to adapt the novel directly, and I was kind of excited about that. And then I watched the film, and that's not what he did.
Right.
He basically keeps the framework of the novel pretty much intact, but changes everything within it to reflect the entire Frankenstein media sphere. So the whale film is all over this film, the 31 film. But he also makes detours where he explicitly goes to Bride of Frankenstein, which obviously I support. Not the character, but some specific scenes are kind of very organically crowbarred into the plot, which I did appreciate. There's also some visual cues from Bride that are present, which I appreciated. The thing I think I was most surprised by is that there was a little bit of the Hammer Frankenstein cycle represented, and even more obscurely, the early 70s Marvel Monster of Frankenstein comic book. And Bernie Wrightson's depiction of the monster was clearly the inspiration for the visual look of the monster. So it's kind of all over the place in what it's adapting, and just uses the novel as a broad reference. I will say the first act is all pretty much invented for this film.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of the Brana film in that early section. I was getting a little worried because I hate that film.
The Arctic portion.
What do you think on the look of him?
No, the Arctic is novel. The Arctic is the novel.
Yeah.
It's the whole. So if you haven't read the novel, and most people have not,
no,
well, all this like stealing bodies from the graveyard, like getting them from the gallows, that's not in the novel. In the novel, Victor goes to college and he's uninspired by the science classes, but he's very inspired by this exiled teacher who's basically dabbling in the black arts. That's the Dr. Praetorius character from Bride of Frankenstein, if anyone wants to know. Right. But that whole section where him at school and creating the monster at school is a brief section. It's not long. And in this film adaptation, they've made it like a big chunk of film. And so so clearly we're combining all the different media takes on Frankenstein.
But like in your opinion, Lauren, can you tell that Del Toro's like a fan of?
Well, I think he's a fan, but I think he's a fan of all of it is the problem.
Yeah,
and he couldn't just do the novel. And you know what? To be fair, I probably couldn't either, right? So because I love a lot of the incarnations too. The thing I will say about this that I think is going to be my strongest recommendation about this is it is earnest and it's done with a lot of fucking love.
Yeah. My son was enjoying this, and he's 8 years old. You know, believe it or not, like he liked the hell out of it. So
I have little nitpicks. One of which is going to annoy all of you, which is that I wish the actors had just pulled back a little bit. Their little masterpiece theater a little bit too much to me.
Yeah,
it doesn't need to be that period. Especially since I always say this to people: when does Frankenstein take place?
The novel or the movie?
1700s, right?
1790 something.
Oh wow! So all the that doesn't work, does it? So no, it's a fantasy time period in every incarnation, except the novel, right?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. Like I think that it's a little baroque for what it needed to be. I think that Isaac and Goth are both a little bit hamming. I'm okay with it because the movie's strong. I just wish it would dial back just a little bit.
Did he flip that with Mia Goth's character though? Like, did he flip it like how like the bride in Bride of Frankenstein is repulsed by the creature, by the monster, and she was almost in love.
She's more attracted to it. Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah. So again, that's the Marvel comic thing coming out. But that the entire Elizabeth plotline is not the novel.
No, in the book she's not engaged to his brother. She's essentially raised to be his wife.
Yes.
She's like an orphan, and
she does not get shot, by the way.
No.
So none of that stuff was all that stuff with his father in the book, or that was just literally made up.
There lightly, but again, all the family dynamic. To give you the biggest example, is the reason he returns from school is because the monster kills his brother. Which, if you think about the movie that you just saw, wow, that's way different, right? But that said, I think the spirit of the thing is in the right place. It's a handsome-looking film. I do wish it had a little bit darker of a palette to it. It's a very bright film.
Yeah.
One
thing I do got a gripe is the CGI with the wolves. That I know they can't do what they used to do back in the day. I don't know why, but that's just one nitpick. But I mean, it's okay. But it does feel a little cartoony in a way.
It does, and even in the beginning when he's throwing the shipmates around. But what I would say about that is, if it had been filmed a bit darker, if there was a little more shadow, I think that it probably would have hidden it a little bit better. It's a handsome looking film. It's just kind of filmed very modern for me. I will tell you that masked dog murder I'm completely okay with in any form. So not because I don't like animals, just because, you know what, if this situation played out in real life, real life, that's what would happen.
You kind of get to see what
I mean,
creature could do.
If you compare that with like the attack on the dogs in the movie Marco from earlier this year, they're drastically different in their brutality. Like, the brutality in Frankenstein it's not mean spirited. Even though it's graphic, in Marco, holy shit, it's mean spirited. So, I liked that they kept the shipbound thing. There's a thing that happens at the very end that the monster does that I kind of went, okay, it's not from the Marvel comic, but it might as well be because it's so over the top. Overall, I have to say, though, I consider this to be a soft A-.
Which
is a very high score for me.
Yeah.
It could be a B+ on a bad day for me. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm worried that the first act is going to be hard to rewatch, but I think the second and third acts are really, really, really strong. I do wish the score had one memorable theme to it that we'd be all humming in our head. Bride of Frankenstein has that wonderful 3-note crescendo that represents the bride. You'll never be able to escape Franz Waxman's score. I wish this had something there too. So I have a lot of little things that stop this from being a proper A, like solid just A. But as an A-, this is a strong film for this year.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. I think, I don't want him to just do, page for page, just a total, just copy and paste of the book. I think the things that he did change, I think more or less worked. He assembled, what an amazing cast. Charles Dance is his father. Always nails it. David Bradley, who's kind of unrecognizable as the blind man. I thought all those scenes were really strong. And it's funny because I've heard from a few people who've seen it already who understandably, like, their idea of Frankenstein is the creature in the 1931 film. That's what everybody thinks about, but that's not how the creature was written in Frankenstein or the modern Prometheus. It's very, very different, and at least a little bit closer to this. Now, the big thing that he does change is the ending. That's the big change, and there's he cuts out Victor's best friend, Henry Clerval, and adds in the Harlander character with Christoph Waltz. And I enjoyed it. I really do think it'll go down as one of the great adaptations, and I'm very, very fond. Obviously, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein. What more needs to be said with that? But all the Hammer Frankenstein films, which I think are much more, actually better films in general than Hammer's Dracula movies, and everything hit for me in this. Jacob Elordi as the creature, I thought did a fantastic job. It hits all the right emotional beats. I think this is going to be a Frankenstein movie that's going to be up for Best Picture. I would bet anything it's going to at least be nominated this year. And this is not content. It may have been a Netflix movie. This is not content. This is a film.
Yeah,
I think it's a great one.
That's a $120 million budget, right?
Yeah.
It's like an epic. It really is.
And you could tell, like, I haven't seen the behind the scenes or anything, but I know Del Toro from other films. And when he builds his sets for his films, like, they're really like built with care, and it's just, he's got a great team, and I'm sure he had. Like I said, I haven't seen the behind the scenes, but damn, they threw a lot of money at him to make this damn thing. So
They did,
Yeah,
but you know
I'm
the
glad
irony?
when I heard he was doing it, I was like, I'm glad he's doing it. You know,
Yeah, Del Toro's not going to miss with something like this. And I mean, he wrote the foreword to the 2017 re-release of Frankenstein, and you can tell this is important to this guy's existence. So, I think it's a good example. Like, choose your filmmakers carefully and match them up with the right projects, and you will get magic. Yeah, you give Robert Eggers Nosferatu, that's gonna be, you're gonna get a hell of a movie. And the same thing with Del Toro here.
I mean,
so
I'm excited for Eggers' Werewolf that's coming out.
Yeah, can't wait.
yeah.
I think Del Toro was literally talking about doing this in the 90s, as early as the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
So
He's got a
tell
damn
it's like
good
a
one.
labor of love.
I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about it. To me, it's if y'all get a chance, check out Kronos. I enjoyed it. It's a different take on a vampire kind of story, but
right.
Boring.
You do like Devil's Backbone, though.
I love Devil's Backbone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And The Orphanage, which he produced.
I'm ashamed to say that I've seen very few of Del Toro's movies. I mean, I have seen Mimic and Pacific Rim, but and I really liked his remake of Nightmare Alley. I especially like that.
Okay.
But I'm ashamed to say I've never seen Pan's Labyrinth. I've never seen
That's one you really movies.
That's the only one I'd seen previous to this one, really.
Well, Pan's Labyrinth, from what I understand, is going to get a re-release in theaters next year, so I might take advantage of that. I read Frankenstein in college, and it was a book that I'll never forget reading. I'm going to come out guns blazing. This is my #1 movie of the year.
Oh,
period.
Shit.
Period.
Okay.
It's, of course, it's not 100% faithful, but let's be honest here, guys. Very rare. I mean, there's hardly any movie versions of Frankenstein that even get a small percentage of Mary Shelley in there. I mean, the exceptions being the Terror of Frankenstein from 1977, and from what I understand, the miniseries from 2003. And if you want to throw Penny Dreadful in there, that probably gets it closer than most other things as well. I felt I think Del Toro got the gothic nature of the book down to a T. I think that he gets the heart of Shelley's novel, even if he doesn't transfer everything that she wrote. I mean, and so you have to consider that with all those Frankenstein movies that we've had all over the decades, this may be as close as it will ever get, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I mean, look, I've been a fan of Oscar Isaac since Inside Llewyn Davis. I mean, aside from his work with Alex Garland, with like Annihilation and Ex Machina and everything. And let me tell you something real quick about Jacob Elordi. His first film, an uncredited bit in Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, where he played a redcoat. And then just a couple of years ago, he played Elvis Presley in Priscilla, which I think he did a hell of a better job than the guy that was in the Baz Luhrmann movie that got all the awards. And next year, he's going to be playing Heathcliff in Emerald Fennell's adaptation of Wuthering Heights. So he's shooting up there already. And look, as far as I'm concerned, just give him the fucking Oscar right now. He was so fucking amazing in this. I mean, I cried at the end. I'm not kidding. I absolutely cried at the end of Del Toro's Frankenstein. And it's going to make me not only reread the novel, but now I want to check out all of Del Toro's movies that I've missed over the years. I mean, it shouldn't be limited to just The Shape of Water and Mimic and Nightmare Alley, which of course I love Nightmare Alley. But this is without a doubt my #1 movie of the year. I mean, unless One Battle After Another can knock it off, which I haven't seen that yet, that might be the only other one that might have a chance. But definitely the #1 movie for me. Yeah, Del Toro's Frankenstein.
Yeah, it'll be battling it out with one battle after another, and
Literally.
yeah, literally. And Die My Love will probably be in the hunt, but Frankenstein's got a shot. I really think it does. And I hope people aren't turned off by the 2.5 hours, because I think this movie's paced very well.
I think it's
flew by.
It's deserved.
Flew by.
I think it's a deserved 2.5.
It is,
Yes,
and I
earned.
watched this and Hell House LLC Lineage the same day. That movie's an hour and 40 something minutes. It felt like it was 8 hours. It was awful. So this is one case where, I mean, Frankenstein is you know, I mean, it's Frankenstein. It's why so many people are horror fans, and why we have a genre, a big piece of that. So this story deserves 2.5 hours. I could have gone another hour, honestly, and been fine. This is a very meaty story, and I like the shift in narrators, and I do think the things that he changed, I didn't have any issues with that whatsoever. I think this is just
when it went to the creature's tail, you know, I was like, oh shit, hell yeah, man, this is cool.
Yeah.
And believe me, I mean, if you still have horrible memories of the Kenneth Branagh version, believe me, oh god, Robert De Niro.
I was about to say
De Niro's worst performance
easily.
Easily misunderstood. It's embarrassing. Oh no, this is the one. This is the one right here.
The Branagh film's biggest.
There's like an absent father kind of thing to this as well, in there.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Always has been. No, I just want to roll.
I was just saying. Okay, go on.
Go ahead, Darren.
Yeah, sorry. I think across the Pacific Ocean we're getting mixed up.
Pacific Rim.
I was just going to say about the absent father type storyline as well, with him and his father early on, and you've obviously got his relationship to the monster as well. I like the Curse of Frankenstein nods as well. There's quite a few in there too, the Hammer stuff. But yeah, I'm surprised how much you guys really liked it. I didn't even, I'm not really up on Frankenstein or anything, but to say that you think, like Dan, say you think it should be Oscar worthy, like, is high praise.
No, it
go
really is.
Go on, sorry. Go on.
No, I just want to say that the problem with the Branagh film is that it was so clear that Branagh, wanted to be considered as important a filmmaker as Coppola, which is why he made The Thing. And then he tried to gloss up the movie and make it important, and it just feels overstuffed and self-important. All the performers are in the wrong movie. It doesn't work dramatically. Its 3-act structure doesn't even play. It's just that movie is Branagh as a filmmaker I don't like. But like, because I think Dead Again is another example of a frigging awful film. But that may be the low point for me in theatrical Frankenstein movies. I've seen some silly stuff over the years, but that thing is just the most pretentious piece of crap ever made from this material. And people forget, Mary Shelley basically, this was the equivalent of the Beatles making their first psychedelic drug album. Like, Frankenstein was this fever dream of a novel written over a summer while she was tripping balls with many lovers.
Watch Ken Russell's Gothic for a little piece of that.
It's so rock and roll. It's so punk rock in its essence for its time that was completely lost by Branagh, who only wanted to make, again, the masterpiece theater kind of. Whereas I think there's a little bit of that in this, and I wish it wasn't. Like, that's the whole movie in Branagh's film. So.
Ironically, it was Much Ado About Nothing.
Exactly.
And last but not least, the Lord Byron quote at the end. Very nice touch. Very, very nice touch. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think like we're all easily saying like everyone should watch this thing with an open mind and enjoy the ride.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No. Can you imagine what might have been if he had taken that Dark Universe gig and just been in charge?
I hate this, but
Studio would still kill it, you think?
no, I did not hate The Mummy. I thought it was way
The
better
Tom
than
Cruise
the fucking
one?
Brendan. Yeah, way better than those Brendan Fraser.
I haven't seen
versions.
it. I've never watched it.
I'm sorry. At least they were horror adjacent. Those Brendan.
Yeah,
Fraser
that's
movies are
for
just
adventure.
fucking Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I realized it a few years ago that The Mummy with Brendan Fraser, at least the first one, that was more like The Mummy's Hand.
Even that's a stretch. It's just Indiana Jones. It's just Indiana Jones.
I just
It's
like the
adventure.
first Mummy. I didn't care for the sequels. I just like the first one.
You're getting another one.
Yeah.
They're roping Brendan Fraser back.
Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz are coming back, and
Oh.
If they're both doing it, I'll go for it.
Sure.
it's gonna make money. I think.
Oh yeah,
I will
Sure
enjoy
will.
my evening not watching that so much. No, there's mistakes that are in that Cruise Mummy movie. There's no question about it. The comic relief sidekick character is a horrid mistake. There's some pacing issues, shoehorning too much of the expanded universe in the first film. There's no question about it. But I mean, I would dare say, like, I was never bored, and I think the central villain was pretty fantastic. And that's not a bad place to start from. It wasn't goofy, except for that side character. Whereas everything about those Brendan Fraser movies to me is a cartoon. So I might be the only defender of it out there, but I don't hate the movie. I also don't recommend it, but I don't hate it. A Dark Universe thing's bigger problem was coming down the pike. If you look at everything else they had planned, I was way more worried about everything else that was coming. So,
yeah, I don't know how well what was Johnny Depp gonna do, like a Invisible Man or something?
Yeah. Johnny Depp was Invisible Man, and there was just a lot of problems.
I think the weakest part of the Mummy for me was the Russell Crowe Hyde stuff. Like I was like, the movie itself is not terrible. It really isn't. And I do enjoy Sofia Boutella as the Mummy. I thought she was
the best thing about the movie.
Yeah. Beautiful lady. And
yes,
had a lot of presence in that role. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of wonder what might have been, but it's cool seeing Eggers and Del Toro keeping the tradition alive, because the classic monsters, I mean, let's be honest, Last Voyage of the Demeter, there's been a lot of failures.
Yeah, but there's a lot more interest in the classic monsters in the last 5 years than there has been in decades. I think that does come to a coming realignment, whereas the 40 to 50-year-old slasher franchise characters are beginning to show their age. And I think the generation of horror fans are searching for those icons. And so far, only one new one has arrived. And whether you love it or hate Terrifier, it's the only real iconic figure that has come out in recent years. So we're going back to the tried and true.
Well, speaking of Universal, and I think this will be a good segue. Look, I'm not going to lie. I highly enjoyed Black Phone 2. I mean, it was very much in the spirit of a Nightmare on Elm Street sequel from the 1980s. I had no idea how they were going to continue this story, but I think they were successful at it. And look, it's made 120 million. It's made 120 million so far at the box office. So it is a success, no matter how you slice it. It's doing very, very well. They brought back Ethan Hawke as the grabber, and he was terrific as always. And what I especially liked about Black Phone 2 was that it was a true sequel to the original. It's set 4 years later. It's not the same setting. It's not the suburbs, but it's up in the mountains of Colorado. And Jessica saw Black Phone 2, and she absolutely loved it as much as I did. So believe me, it remains true to the original. And on top of all that, I think that it does expand upon the original without repeating stuff. And I mean, there was so much I just found really fun about it. I mean, the kids, they're 4 years older and they're terrific. I can't think of their names right now, but Damian Bashir's in it. He's really good. And I liked how it has a really subtle slap against Christian camps. if you I think you might get a kick out of it if you're into that. But I mean, when it opened up with the old Universal logo from the 80s, I mean, I kind of knew I was in good hands with Black Phone 2. It's very chilly. It's very entertaining. And Jessica and I may be the only ones, but I mean, the truth is, I think it's a really good sequel, and I think it works very well. So that's my 2 cents on Black Phone 2.
I mean, for me, right, so I wasn't a massive fan of the first.
Yeah.
But going into this, I was kind of open-minded, low expectations and all that. I love the snowy setting, like you say. Yes. Just superb. It's got that Dream Warriors feel to it.
Yes.
And a Stranger Things even type vibe in places. I loved the first hour. I'm not going to lie. I think the last kind of 40 minutes was a bit disappointing for me. But in terms of like nods, there's quite a few in there. There's the ice skating scene from Curtains. There's one death in the film, which I'm not going to give too much away, but heavily featured in The Omen 2. You got Pink Floyd's Brick in the Wall. I like that, going back to that. Yeah, I mean, I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to, and I put this over the original now, if I'm honest. But it just kind of cut me down a little bit towards the end, but by no means a bad film or anything. Very entertaining anyway. And
Ethan Hawke does his own ice skating. Very impressive.
That was
very impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I was bored out of my fucking mind. I went to sleep. I fell asleep in the daytime watching this shit, and I'm looking at my wife, and we're like, I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on? Too much exposition, too much fucking explaining shit, too much talky shit. It didn't work. The acting was shit to me between the kids. I was like, who the fuck are they? They need to move on, man.
I thought the 2 main leads were really good.
Yeah, I thought they were
the one
great.
character,
really?
the third character, not so much. But
that shit didn't work for me, man. I was just a lot of crying and whining and shit, and I was like,
okay,
come on, let's get on with this shit, man. I don't know. I wasn't a bit massive fan of the first one, but I would put the first one over this one. But I still give the first one probably like a 5 out of 10. But I mean, whatever. I know people are probably like, oh shit, I don't know what the census is, but it don't matter. I'm just telling you, man, this shit.
I think it's like
did not work for me at all.
Mixed reviews.
Like
I'm interested.
Ice setting was cool. I like.
It was like 74%.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like what they were doing. Oh, go ahead.
Go on.
No, I like what they did with the setting and everything, but then it started. I think the Freddy shit was kind of pissing me off because I was like, "This is like Nightmare on Elm Street." Like, it's not working for me. I don't know. That's just
okay. Fair enough.
That's my take.
We're gonna kill the grabber with the toothpick in the next one.
And Ethan Hawke's not really in it that long, right?
I was about to say I think his stunt double should really get a lot of credit for that movie.
Right. That's when I kind of like tuned out a little bit when the grabber come back into it a lot towards the end. That's when it kind of went a bit downhill for me.
It feels cash grabbing too.
I'm interested to see what Dan and Lorne thinks about it though.
Yeah. These 2 movies are kind of strange for me because I thought the first one, like I was into it until it fell off a cliff. I mean, it really is one of those movies where, like, okay, I'm enjoying this, and then just the script just goes to shit with I don't want to spoil everything, but it doesn't really totally make sense, and so it's a weird movie. Like and this one, I appreciated the chilly winter vibes. I think they did a good job aesthetically with it. I was about to say, I mean, you could kind of call this Black Phone the New Blood because we kind of get the focus to the sister and everything. I don't want this to go on. I don't think there's any more juice to squeeze. I think
Yeah,
Now it's like you told the
Unfortunately, will
story.
go on.
I was going to say
Probably.
that also. I don't want a third film. As much as I liked both of these movies, I mean, I don't want a third film, but you know, it's a box office success, and the director, the screenwriters, and the son of Stephen King, who wrote this, Joe Hill, they're all going to do a third movie. But I don't know. We don't need a Black Phone 3. I mean, granted, we didn't need a Black Phone 2, but I enjoyed it way more than I expected. And it was just a great, fun theatrical experience.
There's just so many examples now. I mean, if you asked me this when I was a kid, I might say something different, but most things don't really need to be franchises.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree. I agree.
It really doesn't. Hell House LLC, I'll tell you that. It was like all downhill from the first one.
But it don't feel like that it's just taking shit from a bunch of different shit that's already been made. Like, I don't know.
Okay, so I didn't see the movie. I'm never going to see the movie.
Okay.
I didn't like the first film.
Mm-hmm.
No interest. I gave up on seeing anything Blum puts out a long time ago.
Yes, I know.
And I saw the trailer and went, oh, okay. So all sequels, if we're being honest, and we come from a genre that loves our sequels, but they're all fan fiction. I mean, that's what they do. They get a new writer and a new director to come in and tell a story that kind of reflects what they liked the first time. And when that doesn't work, they bring in a different team and they do their fan fiction trying to recapture the first film. There's very few franchises that actually ever outgrow their first film.
Right.
Basically, they just all try and mirror the first film. A lot of messages I got said, oh, you give this one a chance because it's doing something different than the first one. And by doing something different from the first one, it's just ripping off something else. I'm sorry. It may be well done. It may be a best version scenario. I have zero interest. This is exactly what I don't like in modern horror. There's a certain disjointedness in their clumsy attempts to get retro vibes that I'm repulsed by. And even in the trailer, I went, oh. If this makes people happy, if they loved it, I'm glad it's your thing, and you can have my slice of it, right? I don't need this pizza. You can have the slice. But the reason I keep finding myself repulsed by these attempts to make franchises out of things that shouldn't be franchises, whether it's Happy Death Day or this or whatever. And whereas like something like the Final Destination series has endured very well.
Yes.
Is because their reflections of the core concept are playful and it acknowledges what you showed up for. I don't think the audience that showed up for the first Black Phone film were really anticipating this as the follow-up. Might not be a problem, might be a great film. I just don't have interest in it. This is the kind of stuff that in the 80s would have played really well. That was 40 fucking years ago.
I know. Yeah.
That's not where my head and my heart is at anymore with the genre. Dan and I are about to launch into where my heart is in the genre, and I don't know his take yet, so we could have very different takes. But it's just, Stone, you said that Frankenstein is your film of the year, right?
Yes.
I could really respect that. It's not mine. It'll be at the bottom of my top 10 somewhere, but it's going to make it, I think. We'll see what the rest of the year brings. My favorite film of this year, I watched 2 days ago.
Ooh. So it's not It?
No. My favorite film of the year so far, unless something dethrones it, was Baramola. A film you can watch right now on Netflix. That is
good dubbing. It's a good dubbing if you want.
It's a great dub because they used the people with the proper accent, but they're speaking in English.
Yeah, I feel like they're the real people.
I was about to say, was it the true actors voicing it over?
No, but they got appropriate actors to do it. It's because Netflix funded the film, much like Frankenstein. It is the rarest breed of horror film that exists. It is a political horror film. Now, it's not American, so it's not American politics, so you don't have to worry that it's going to make you feel a certain way or make you pick a side. It's not like that. Unless you have real strong feelings about Casimir, you're probably fine. But here's the thing. I was going through and trying to find a case in the past of a political horror film, which is a shrinkingly small category to begin with, that wasn't a satire. Because Werewolf of Washington and The Hunt, those are the obvious ones, right? But they're all satires. Baramula is not a satire. No. It's dead serious in a circus plot and what it's about politically. And it all fucking works. It's modern. It's cool. It does have some CGI that maybe you might roll your eyes up, but you want to know what? No more than I did in Frankenstein. Different level and different reasons, but it's a film you can watch on Netflix right now in English. And I'm just challenging everyone who watches this now or in the future, check this movie out. There's no excuses anymore. It's available on the biggest streaming service in your native language. In fact, I pulled up the list of languages that there's a dub in. It's extensive. Between the subs that are available, there's no one on the planet probably that can't enjoy this movie if they chose to. Shockingly ambitious and good. Dan, break my heart and say you hated it.
Oh no, I loved it. I think one interesting thing about India in general is they're not burdened by political correctness. So the villains are who they are. Pakistan. that's the villains. So they make. This is interesting because it's a ghost story. It's also a story about being radicalized and terrorism, family, and it all weaves together perfectly. It is very, very good. And it's another one of those films. I mean, broken record probably with a lot of people, but saying this, but nobody breaks out into song and dance. That there's none of that in here. So some of the stereotypes I think that you imagine with the Indian films, there's none of that. You could very easily connect to this family, very modern daughter and son, and you just because it's India, you will still see you'll probably see elements of your own family in this. I think it's another one that I think is a good entry point if you haven't watched a lot of modern Indian horror. I love, crazy, wild Bollywood horror movies from the 80s. It's very different now. It's a very different scene. It's not the same cheese. And, I love Mahakal and all these different films, but it's very different now. Production values are great. It's a very heartbreaking movie. There's some twists and turns in here that are pretty rough. And once again, maybe on Netflix, but it's not content. It's a film. And I think you should give it a shot.
Only one jump scare in the entire film. All the other scares are like legit scares, which are there.
Yeah.
But it also has an emotional broadness to it. Without giving anything away, like Dan, that getting me invested in the plot of a ghost dog should be impossible. But there is a scene at the end of this film that will make you fucking scream in just delight.
Yeah,
and it's a kind of amazing film. And here's the thing: the reason that I am tying this to Black Phone and we didn't really get into Predator Badlands, but you can just repeat everything I said about Predator Badlands because I'm never going to watch that thing either.
I haven't seen it.
But
No, man.
it's like when there's original stories out there made really well, why are we bothering with a Blum sequel? Why are we bothering with turning the Predator into a reluctant adolescent hero? Like, this shit is lame. Like, there's a chance to watch great cinema in the genre. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Oh,
I don't mean to attack Stone on this. I'm glad he loves Black Phone too. But I get very frustrated when I can't bring people over that line when there's really, really good stuff. I'm not trying to drag you over the line for the mediocre stuff from a different part of the world. Okay. I won't do that. I promise you I won't do that. And there's a lot of that. I might feel warm and fuzzy about it. I'm not going to drag you over. I would say the action was Indian action films. Like, you're all insane if you're not watching because they're just fucking awesome. And they're what everyone claims they want American action films to be. But with the horror, you do have to be a bit more selective. But in the case of this movie, if you're a horror fan, there's zero chance you're not going to enjoy it and not going to be blown away by what they managed to do.
Yeah, and you really are invested. I mean, the scene, for example, where she's the daughter's waiting for the mom to answer the door. You know, that's real horror. Yeah, that's real earned tension rather than something just jumping out at you and going boo. And you know, this is another one.
I need to check out some of that stuff because, like, out of the film, the last film that I could actually think that actually like shook me up was gave me a fright was Terrified by Damien Rugna. I know it's Argentina, but
he's a master. He's fantastic.
But I need to check out some of that stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, and maybe India doesn't cut it for you in particular out there, but like you know, that's a good example. Rugna out of Argentina. I mean, When Evil Lurks is an excellent movie, and I promise you'll connect to it. A friend of our channel, John Evernall's got a new revenge movie out right now that I haven't seen yet, but I hear, like, you like Death Wish, you like revenge movies, like, wow, he goes places that, you know, a mainstream Hollywood film could never go now. And that is the thing, you know, with political correctness. Yeah. Well, like, you look at a movie like this, there's no way a Hollywood movie is going to make the villains the same. Like, they won't do that. They're too worried about offending, well, everybody, you know, that and everything kind of suffers. So, yeah, I think this one is very, very good. And I don't think there's going to be that weird sort of cultural barrier that people put up. They feel like just any other family, really.
Yeah, the only thing I think culturally that might be different is that the cops are allowed to beat the shit out of suspects.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's literally the only thing that's going to make people go, wait, what? Because that's just like, you can just beat the shit out of your suspects. You can.
Yeah. Well, as they used to do in old American films.
Oh,
like,
sure. We just didn't talk about it, right?
Turn the camera off.
Grab the phone book and shit.
Yeah.
They don't have to pretend, though.
Muscle spasm, just punch him in the throat. You know, it happens.
Anyway, that's that. You can get through the drinking game portion of the evening now, because I won't mention another Indian movie, I promise.
Well, I'm going to talk really briefly about Predator Badlands before we move on. I'm not going to go super deep, but it's, in my opinion, it's a piece of shit. Now, I read.
So is it the worst Predator sequel?
For me, by far.
Worse than the Shane Black one?
Predator?
Wow.
Worst, way worse. I don't really hate most Predator movies. They turn this into Disney Predator. Now, there is an audience out there that might like it. There are people that like the newer Star Wars streaming shows and Marvel shit. The Predator, the Oucha, has a cute, cuddly creature buddy in this. He makes friends with an android. It throws out everything from the other films. I fucking hated it. It's that Marvel formula, a joke every 3 or 4 minutes.
Oh no!
Break up any tension. I mean, it's filled with action, I suppose, but it's definitely one of those adapted for modern audience movies that, if you're a fan of
the ADD kids, right?
I mean, and look, this movie's doing well, so maybe it is bringing in people that wouldn't otherwise go. And glad to see anything make money nowadays. I'm not an anime guy. I'm delighted that these anime movies are in the movie theater and actually bringing butts to seats. But I hated this movie. That's my review in a nutshell. What else can I say?
It's just as terrible as Alien. There's something in the water, Romulus.
No, this is
Something in the water.
Maybe other than Requiem. And honest to God, I think I'd watch Requiem again over this. I'd say this is the worst of anything they've ever done.
I've never been attached to this series ever. Like, I don't think there's a single Predator film that I actually truly like. There's a couple that
not make you a fan.
Not even the first one?
No.
Really?
Oh, there's a classic vetsploitation movie right there.
Yeah.
I always felt like the action stuff just felt lamer than in the action films of the period in the original Predator. And then like the monster story, just bare bones, like really, really, really bare bones. The look of the monster is cool. I mean, I think everyone acknowledges that's a great fucking design. The more we've seen it over the years, it just gets worse every film. Now it's basically just I don't know. It's like a sock puppet looking thing, even though it's like now it's like CGI. It should have looked like a sock puppet to begin with, but it doesn't. But I mean, they've never figured out what to do with this thing, really. The second film, it's a serial killer now. Cool, except we have better serial killer films. And then everything since that has been kind of nightmarishly like off the path to me. Well, I saw the trailer for this thing. I actually thought if you had told me this was a parody skit of a trailer for a movie, I would have believed you.
It's a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, essentially. By the time,
why would you do that?
I'll never see it. So.
Why would you do that though? Like, take something that was once like kind of a cross-genre hard R thing and say we need a PG-13 version for the Disney crowd. Like, why would let it die at that point?
I'll be concerned about that.
Alien too, right?
Wayland Yutani is part because Elle Fanning's character is a synth, and Now I'll give it this much: since there are no real human characters in the movie, the PG-13 rating doesn't hurt it too much because it's synths getting torn apart and CGI creatures. So it wouldn't. There is a lot of violence in it, but. I don't know. It was kind of
anything that looks like a ride, maybe it's gonna pop it out.
Okay.
First, I'd like to offer my condolences for your loss, and also congratulations on your promotion to CEO.
Thank you. Not at all how I ever wanted to go down, though.
They say the Lord works in mysterious ways.
I thought Bono said that.
So tell me, Mr. Darren, why do you think you'd be a good fit to the Region Free team?
I don't know, really. I'm not saying the first thing off I'd be like, Bob's your uncle or nothing. Really, I just hope you give me the opportunity to get past all those cack-handled early days and build myself up into something decent,
I really didn't understand a goddamn thing you just said.
Oh, Tef, I hope I didn't just drop a clanger right there.
I'm not even going to take notes at this point.
Did you just say the words math assessment?
I guess. I mean, if it were a real dog's dinner, I'd just call for a manager and have them sort it out.
I'm not sure I remember my supervisor's last name. Maybe Schwartzmarker or something like that.
The whole thing there gone pear-shaped, What else could I do but up and resign right away?
One last question. You're walking in a desert when you come across an old, feeble, marginated tortoise. You reach down and turn it on its shell in the blistering heat.
So next, are we doing Vetsploitation?
Let's do Vetsploitation. Hell yeah.
All right. Well,
in honor of Veterans Day a couple days ago.
Resident Vet Stone, I mean, what do you got for us?
Oh, well, I'm happy to talk about something real quick because I just finished watching it for the first time before we got on the air here. Let me tell you, I think my favorite horror movie of all time, now that I really think about it, is Bob Clark's Black Christmas. I adore this film with all my heart. I watch it every year, and Olivia Hussey, Margot Kidder. I mean, it's just a magnificent horror film. Now, I just saw for the first time the movie that Bob Clark made right before Black Christmas, which also has the same screenwriter and the same gentleman who did the music score, and it's called Death Dream.
Absolutely.
Based on a classic horror tale called The Monkey's Paw. And they made this movie as basically an allegory of the Vietnam War, where this family in Canada, they get news that their son had been killed in Vietnam. And then mysteriously, he shows up the same night, rather zombie-like. And he starts exhibiting some quirks. He's not talking much. And he ends up strangling the family dog in front of a bunch of kids. And this, believe it or not, was the very first movie that makeup legend Tom Savini worked on. And he is, in fact, interviewed on this Blu-ray. And this Blue Underground put this movie out last year in a 4K upgrade. It is awesome. For a 50-year-old movie, it looks and sounds spectacular. It has 3 audio commentaries. It has plenty of interviews, TV stuff, documentaries. This Blu-ray is packed. And yes, there is a 4K out there as well. And it's even though it's weird because it's very much inspired by John Cassavetes' work. In fact, he even brought along a couple of actors from Cassavetes' Faces from 1968 to headline this movie. And it is a pretty creepy film. I mean, especially if you love Black Christmas, there's some sound utilization, which you'll recognize. A lot of chair rocking that you will immediately see the parallels to in that as well. And I was really blown away by this. This is and by the way, the original title of this was Dead of Night, but that was changed very shortly after the film's release in August of '74 to separate it from the classic 1945 British anthology film, which I think is a masterpiece in its own right. But they retitled it Death Dream and everything. And yeah, if you haven't checked this out yet, don't watch it on YouTube. Whatever you do, don't watch it on YouTube. There's some sound issues with that where the dialogue gets drowned out. This is how you need to check out Death Dream. It is a pretty cool movie. And granted, there's been a lot of adaptations of The Monkey's Paw out there. This may be the best one. I don't know. I haven't seen the other ones admittedly, but I'm going to be seeing this a number of times moving forward. So yeah, that's Bob Clark's Death Dream.
It feels so real. I mean, John Marley of Godfather fame is so good as the dad in that. It's almost too real. I can imagine going to see this movie. Vietnam just believe just ended the war at that point. So it's it hits hard. I think we did cover it on Dead End Drive-In.
We covered it on Dead End,
yeah, we did. Yeah.
But that ending is it'll stay with you. That ending does. It's yeah.
Bob Clark, very rare that you get 2 films, well, in my opinion more, but that endure in separate genres. I mean, I'm not a big Christmas Story fan, but you wouldn't think that's the same filmmaker that gave us Black Christmas and Death Dream.
This is the same guy that directed Porky's.
Right. I was going to say Porky. Every
Has anyone
genre.
seen My Cunt? Hey, could you ask if My Cunt's outside? Okay.
Yeah, like every genre. Porky's might be the funniest movie ever made. Black Christmas, arguably, I mean, it's right up there. Maybe, dare I say, maybe even better than Halloween.
Oh, it's better.
No, it is better than Halloween.
I think it is too.
It is.
Yeah.
I would put Olivia Hussey over JLC any day.
In terms of acting, I agree. Yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis is a weird actress. I mean, she is good in certain things. It's just she's also bad in a lot of things too.
Yeah.
Very
Gasman.
true. Death Dream, if you are looking for vetsploitation, I mean that's near the top.
That's as good as it gets, I think.
Yeah. What else do you guys got?
Okay. Well, I checked out one that I'd never seen before. Dennis Hopper, 1977 film Tracks.
Oh, love Tracks.
Man, I was like blown away because it's so crazy. He's the premise is he's coming back from Vietnam. He's got a buddy with him in a American flag draped coffin, and all these people are on the train, and he's talking to him, but like the way the film keeps shifting, you can't tell what's reality and what's his own mind. Like he's got PTSD, obviously. Mm-hmm. He's out of his mind. But damn, he falls. It's like a love story goes on, but then it gets weird. Like there's certain scenes where like shit's not really happening, so it kind of puts you in that mind frame of kind of. And then, damn, the reveal at the end, you're just like, what the, I mean, it's like that jaw-dropping moment at the end of the film. Oh, man. I highly recommend this one. This is the first watch. Dennis Hopper, I mean, you know what you're going to get, but, I mean, he plays this role. Like, I'm believing that he just came back from Vietnam,
Forgive me, what's the name of it again?
It's called Tracks.
Tracks?
Yep.
From 76. Yeah.
76? Okay. I thought it was 77.
Oh, okay.
Hey, yeah, it could be. I might be.
I see it now. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not exactly a feel-good film, but
no, it's not. It's not. But I think for what it's saying, kind of gives you some perspective, man. Like, I mean, people were. I got family that came back from Vietnam, and I've heard all the stories. Like how they were treated and everything. So I don't know, especially the way it ends, though. It's just, whoa. Holy shit.
And it's funny. Henry Jaglom, who wrote and directed that, he just passed away at the age of 87.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. He just passed away in September.
Dean Stockwell's also very good in that movie. Well, he always is.
Great dialogue. Every actor. I mean, and you're on a train the whole time. So one of the things I heard, is they kept jumping on different Amtraks and getting kicked off while they were filming the movie. So they were really, it's filmed that way. So it's very claustrophobic feeling too. So
I'm glad you picked that one because that is, I mean, there's so many great movies from the 70s in this time frame, but yeah, Tracks. I mean, God, I don't think I've really talked to anybody about Tracks in probably 20 years. It's a good movie.
I was really surprised. I was glad I checked it out. So.
Okay, I got one. So this one, I remember one scene from this back early on in my childhood, and I hadn't seen it for literally 35 years. So I'm going to mention The Exterminator.
Okay.
That's
childhood.
The scene people will remember is the meat grinding scene. And I could vividly remember watching it even when I was like young, like really young, like early 80s. So you've got Robert Gint, he plays this Vietnam War veteran. A group of like thugs literally paralyze his friend. And then he gets into this vigilante mode where he's going to clean up the streets of New York City. Yeah, I mean, I really liked it. I had no expectations going back to it, whether, it would hold up or anything, but surprisingly, it's got that gritty, early 80s New York vibe, late 70s. Mm-hmm. Yeah, surprisingly it did. There's a great scene with a flamethrower as well. Yeah. It's got pretty much everything in there. It's like Death Wish kind of crossed with a few other things. But yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it. And I'm glad, if anyone wants to see this, Arrow is the way to see it as well, because it looks really good. Yeah,
I might have to grab that one. Yeah, I didn't realize.
You'll probably get it in a sale, Dirk, as well.
Yeah. Does that release have multiple cuts on it? Because I think there's like an alternate director's cut.
I don't think it does. I don't think it's got that on you. I might be wrong. My eyes are a bit failing at my age, but
interesting.
Yeah, I'd have to look into that a bit more. But I don't think it does.
And are you a fan of Exterminator 2?
I can't remember ever watching that one, to be honest. I'm kind of interested now, but I've heard, like everyone, probably bad.
Yeah, keep your expectations very, very low.
Yeah.
For two. But Exterminator is a must. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
great staple. So it's a great movie.
Oh yeah, great pick. Oh yeah,
fantastic pick. Lauren, what do you got? I'm curious.
I got two films that I love, and one of them is not really a genre film, but that's okay. The one that is, but doesn't get referenced as one nearly often enough, is the 2005 film called The Jacket.
Oh, Adrian Brody.
Yeah, I think it's a remarkable film that gets at the gnawing dread of anyone who's been through any post-traumatic event whatsoever, but specifically focuses on a Gulf War vet who, comes back to America to find himself and the world around him to be a less stable place than he left it. And at a certain point, he realizes that the difference isn't in the topography; it's in him. It's a shockingly good film that uses a film conceit to get at a piece of humanity that I don't think you could get at any other way, which is the title of the film. The other film is one of the great exploitation films of all time, Vanishing Point from 1971. About a Vietnam vet / ex-police officer / ex-race car driver who, because the life he returns to is just not sustainable, gets in a car and decides to drive 160 miles an hour across country. It becomes kind of, and it's weird, I know the timetable on this isn't going to work, but it becomes kind of a parody of kind of what the Smokey and the Bandit movies and all that really were later, a little bit later, in that it's about, it takes that whole like zany cops trying to stop the guy in the fast car story and then weaponizes it into something meaningful. And if you know the end of the film, it becomes a really profound tragedy about why we should actually step in and help our vets and help our first responders, because they are kind of just heading towards disaster in a lot of cases if we don't step in and help. And I'm not saying everyone, but I am saying that those who do need the help and deserve the help. And if you haven't seen Vanishing Point, I don't know what to tell you. If you like exploitation cinema, it is a cornerstone. I know there's people who like Tulane Blacktop more, but that movie doesn't have nearly as much resonance for me because of what we're talking about. So those would be my two big vet-centric movies.
Yeah, great films. So
Nice.
I promise mine is the shittiest of anything mentioned tonight, but it is unique, and that is the 1972 film from co-directors Steve Hawkes and Brad Grinter, Blood Freak. So this Blood Freak is billed as the world's only turkey monster, anti-drug, pro-Jesus gore film. So basically imagine if Herschel Gordon Lewis just collaborated on he got a gig and they said it's like Jesus, turkey monster, and anti-drug message. And that's
okay, Dan, you're not doing this justice. Dude, this star is a Elvis impersonator with third-degree burns, okay?
Yes.
This movie is far weirder than you can describe in a synopsis.
One of the weirdest movies I've ever seen. I mean, it's a regional Floridian exploitation film. I shot around Miami, and made up mostly of acting students of co-director Brad Grinter.
They all really failed.
It shows. There's flub lines that are kept in the movie.
Oh,
It's the acting is absolutely atrocious. Herschel's this Vietnam vet biker who falls in with a bad crowd, ends up taking a job at his girlfriend's or his wannabe girlfriend's father's turkey farm, and they end up, because as you do, testing this new serum on the turkey meat and have him eat it, and it turns him into a turkey monster.
It does.
A paper mache turkey monster who kills hippies and drinks their blood to live. So it's Vet's Vacation.
You said 72, right?
1972 Blood Freak.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's so weird. I mean, everything in this movie, it's narrated. There's these philosophical musings that just are totally
Nothing
irrelevant
to do with anything.
by this Vincent Price type guy. Vincent Price, if he wasn't as eloquent and had a lot of group sex, I would say, is how I would describe this guy. Is narrating this movie. It's a mess. I know the financier ran off during the shoot, and the directors had to use their own money to finish it.
Like, I'm out of here. Fuck this.
Oh yeah. And it's strange because it's like an anti-drug movie, but then it's like there's this fucking turkey man drinking people's blood.
The director's doing all the drugs.
Oh, for sure.
Ben,
For
Ben,
sure.
I think you're just upset that more films don't end with them praying the problem away.
Yeah, I mean, very early on, this Bible stuff's really a drag, man. It's a bad movie, but it is a one-of-a-kind movie. Like, there is nothing else that really compares to Blood Freak. It is just batshit insane, and I think it is very entertaining. Something Weird Video. My guess, and this is not inside information, but my guess is that at some point this will probably come out through a Vinegar Syndrome sublabel.
Okay, so it's only on DVD, right?
As far as I know,
you don't need it on anything else.
Right.
You need it. You need
Yeah,
it.
I don't know how expensive the DVD is right now, but I mean, this just kind of screams that a Vinegar Syndrome sublabel is going to put it out.
It pairs well with If Footmen Tire You, What Will Horses Do?
Yeah, there you go.
That's a double feature that you can pleasantly die happily after. I promise, and go to heaven.
Yeah.
So you're good in both cases.
Yeah, there's
if you don't know If Footmen, that is your anti-communist, pro-Christian gore film. Not a joke.
When the turkey goes on a rampage too, it's really, really funny. I mean, there's an attempted rapist who gets his leg sawed off by a buzzsaw. It's hilarious. And if you like 70s drive-in cinema, I mean, I Drink Your Blood if you want something a little better to pair this up with.
Okay.
Check it out. Blood
That's
Freak.
a real movie.
That's a real movie, yes.
Barely, but it is.
Oh man,
That's
you
one
got
of
to pick that for Dead Ain't Driving, Dan. We'll have to do that one because I've never seen it.
Which one?
The one you just mentioned, Blood Freak.
Oh yeah,
Then you guys have to do Blood Freak and If Footmen Tire You, and I will join that.
Yeah, sounds good, man. Yeah.
What's the other one?
If Footmen Tire You, What Will Horses Do?
Okay.
I promise you will not regret that one.
Sounds good.
Yeah. We'll make that happen because we're gonna be shooting another Dead End Drive-In soon. So yes. Moving on to our next topic. I keep forgetting I'm the host. I'm sorry. Are we doing parodies?
Sure.
Horror parodies?
This is just an excuse for Dan and I to riff off of Student Bodies, right?
I figured somebody would be doing that.
Oh, no one wants to talk. Amazing.
Oh, I thought you were going to play a video. Yeah.
Oh, you want a video? We can do that. Wait, hold on.
I thought we had a video. I was stalling.
Yeah. I was waiting for the video to play.
The producer doesn't know what he's doing tonight.
No, I thought Dirk was the one with the accent.
Whichever one. Motherfucker sounds like Paul McCartney before he was replaced by Billy Shears.
With Lorne gone, we really do need another panelist.
And maybe one this time that won't piss off the audience and beg for them to buy books.
Don't suppose we can all just pretend that the last few seconds were completely normal events, can we?
If we were in a cabin in the middle of the Tennessee backcountry, sure.
Any of you volunteering to go on in there and look around?
That would be more of a Jeff the intern thing.
Yeah, where is that guy anyway?
Maybe he'll cameo later in the season.
So no one's going down there? Maybe we should just close the door back up.
And go buy like 40 deadbolts.
Or you can go down there and check it out, Dan.
Or I can do the rational thing and just leave here, drive back to Georgia, and never speak to any of you miserable motherfuckers again.
I'm sensible.
All right.
So what? Well, who wants to go first? I'm very curious to see horror parodies because I know it's not in all of our wheelhouse.
Right.
What do you got, Darren?
Okay, so I'm not going to mention. Well, I'm going to mention it, but it's not one of my picks. Obviously, student bodies go for that. But my main pick is. So this was going to be actually a sequel to Blood Feast, 1963. Herschel Gordon Lewis. It's Blood Diner.
Love Blood Diner.
Man, this just every time this gets me laughing. So you've got these two brothers. They set up this vegetarian restaurant in order to literally kill women, use their body parts to resurrect this Lemurian goddess Sheeta. They got this. They're kind of brainwashed by their uncle, who's like this dead serial killer, and they got his brain in a jar. And he's just fucking batshit crazy all the way through. You know, you've got this one character that just sits on this seat, and you don't know if he's real or what. You know, he's at the man. It just gets funnier as it goes. You've got the wrestling scene with little Jimmy Hitler. Yeah, I mean, it's just so funny. It's just. And first time I saw this, actually, I was expecting a straight run-of-the-mill slasher. I wasn't, you know, I've always seen it up on slasher lists and all that. But it took me a while, but once I got into it, now it's like one of my favorite comedies and parodies. Yeah, so that's Blood Diner.
Blood Diner is great. And Jackie Kong, who also did a movie I like a lot called The Being.
Oh, thank God you didn't say The Night Patrol. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, Linda Blair and The Night Patrol.
Linda Blair is the only good thing in it.
She didn't make a lot of movies, but very nice lady if you ever get a chance to talk to her. But,
she's pretty nuts from what I've heard, Jackie Kong. I know Dad Pitt kind of tried to reach out to interview her, but she's completely crazy. Even Wes said, I think. But yeah, which kind of makes sense for this film.
It's a crazy ass movie, but I love Blood Diner. Blood Diner's fantastic, and he did eventually get to make his official sequel to Blood Feast.
He did, yeah, he did.
Took a long time.
1980s, I think, yeah.
What do you got, Dirk?
Well, man, like I time's been limited. I'll just go back through my, childhood, I guess. And I guess. Young Frankenstein, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think it's the first one I've seen. Saturday the 14th. I don't even know if that's any good, but I remember as a kid I enjoyed it. But I mean,
hated that.
I know.
We had to watch it on. We had to wait for shit to come on. You know. I think mainly I was
as a sequel to it.
Okay. I was like really waiting for anything kind of horror to come on TV. And so when I seen Saturday the 14th, I was just like, my memory, I can't hardly remember shit about it. But one I do remember, I watched all the time, man. High School Reunion. Is it High School?
Oh, Class Reunion.
Class Reunion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. National Lampoon's Class Reunion.
Yeah. I mean, the chick that had the witchcraft and shit with the hair and like the fucking the paper bags and their screen. What the hell's going on? I did try to watch Dead and Loving It. Oh man, I did try because this chick saw Mel Brooks. Like I was like, nah, they should have just not did that shit. But yeah, man, that's really all I got. So sorry.
Well, that's okay. I knew parodies were like probably your wheelhouse, but
no, man. I mean, just from the Just one for the memory banks, I guess.
I mean, Young Frankenstein, though. I mean, you look at
Yeah.
any like greatest comedies ever. That's always
Gene Wilder, man.
And seriously, Young Frankenstein is the Citizen Kane of horror parodies. You can't get any higher than that. I mean, not only Gene Wilder, but Gene Hackman in the beard as the blind man.
Oh, yeah.
How hungry you must have been.
Wild Mel Brooks has got another movie coming out, and he's going to be 100 years old.
Oh my God, Spaceballs 2. It's coming out next year, or 2 years from now, 2027. And yes, they have roped Rick Moranis back. He is coming back as Darth Helmet.
Shit.
No joke.
100 years old. I mean, that alone, you got to give him a lot of credit for still being in the movie business. I love that.
Right.
Let's see. Stone. Go for it.
Well, I was going to say, look, I was going to talk about Student Bodies because, TerrorVision, they're putting out a 3-disc deluxe edition. It was supposed to come out in late October, but it's been delayed to November 25th. I got my copy on order, but it's a 3-disc set where they got a 40-page perfect bound booklet with essays from a bunch of people, a new audio commentary with the stars of Student Bodies, full laserdisc presentation for archival purposes, and a 62-minute documentary. So that's going to come out in November 25th. But if you want it, you better order it now because there's only 800 copies left available for order. They're only limiting it to 4,000.
Okay.
So, and as I said, Young Frankenstein. But I got one more here I'd like to share, which I'm sure I'm probably the only one who has seen this. But look, first and foremost, I think this is 1,000 times better than Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. And look, Jane Austen was all about irony. And look, I mean, Pride and Prejudice and zombies. It is PG-13. So yeah, zombie freaks may be disappointed at, a lack of like graphic gore and blood. But look, I read Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice in high school. And if you want to rope in Zoomers onto that book, this is the way to do it. This is the way to do it. I think this movie is actually a lot of fun. I mean,
huge book. I think they waited too long to make the movie.
Yes, probably. But I mean, I think it is pretty, a pretty good adaptation of the book. I mean, see, that's the thing. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies is basically the Austen text with zombie stuff in it. And look, I thought it was fun. I thought it got a bad rap in theaters. I think the critics were very mixed and mild on it. And, I thought it was a lot of fun. I mean, here again, I think Jane Austen would have approved because this is as ironic as it gets. Those two things you never thought would mash well together, but I thought they did. So yeah, I like that one. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
I just remembered another one. Was it Transylvania 65000? Is that?
Oh yeah, Jeff Goldblum and.
Oh shit!
That's actually how he hooked up with Gina Davis, I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh wow!
That shit a lot back in the day.
I'm just glad nobody mentioned Scary Movie because, the sixth film is now in production. Like, ugh.
I suppose I should talk about Bloodbath at the House of Death because I love that movie and it's a
Which
great
one?
horror parody. But I'm not going to. Instead, I want to talk about Please Don't Eat My Mother, which is ironically a porno horror film that's a parody of a film that was already a horror parody, Little Shop of Horrors. It's a completely unwatchable, ugly film. It's a mess. It's not going to turn anyone on. It's not going to be effective as drama. It's not funny, but it is weirdly a psychedelic drug trip that you can take without drugs.
I love that movie. Also a something weird staple. We reviewed that a while back good while back on Flesh Wound Features. Kruger threatened to kill me 5 times for making him watch it. So
it's a tough watch.
What's it called? Don't Eat My Mother?
Please don't eat my mother. It's
Please don't eat
really
my mother.
Please don't eat.
It's a story about a young boy and his carnivorous plant.
Yes.
Mm.
It's also
Sounds familiar?
watch it with Blood Freak. It's really good. Renee Bond.
Probably not with family members.
Is it on Tubi?
Well, David.
Maybe a cut version would be on Tubi.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It might be on Internet Archive. You never know.
There's some moments. It's one of those films. There's those weird period from like 1968 to 1973 where films all look like they were shot through a psychedelic shag carpet.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not one hair in the gate; it's all hairs in the gate.
Ah.
And unfortunately, if you watch the film, you'll see where the hairs came from. But it's a really grotesque, ugly film that thinks it's funny, which makes it even funnier because it's not funny. Very Andy Kaufman as a movie, right?
Is it as bad as like Sledgehammer or?
It's no, because like Sledgehammer is like that. Just
or Things.
No, because those are all like once you get to the direct-to-video years, things have just a overriding cheapness to it. There's the same cheapness to Please Don't Eat My Mother, but it looks like the 16mm film it is.
It's fun. I mean, you know what's weird? Like back then, there were some of these early parodies where I don't think they really had much interest in titillating you. I mean, there's another one, and nobody knows who made it. It's a mystery, but it's called Bat Pussy, and it's a 60s Batman parody, and it looks like it was made by like the ugliest aunt and uncle that you have. Like it is bizarre, and again, not a movie I'm recommending for any kind of erotic purposes, but it is hilarious.
I suppose Flesh Gordon could be thrown in there too, right?
Flesh Gordon's actually, a more pricey production compared to those. Yeah.
I'd like to do a shout. Yeah, go ahead.
I just was attempting to out Dan. That was the whole segment.
I didn't know we could do adult films. I mean, my God, we could have done the whole show on that.
Yeah.
But
it's horror relevant though. I mean, there's bad fake gore in it.
There's also like Driller, a sexual thriller, which is the Thriller parody.
What's better, Dan? Don't Fuck in the Woods or Don't Fuck in the Woods Part 2?
Don't Fuck in the Woods. Always stick with the original.
As an addendum, I'll throw in one more just because I grew up watching it and I know basically every second of it by heart. But look, I have a soft spot for Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Okay? I mean, Return of the Killer Tomatoes is better. I mean, with the product placement, you don't think so?
Clooney?
No,
George Clooney, high as fuck.
Fuck George Clooney. No, the original. Way to go. Puberty love all the way, man.
We're getting another one, and John Astin, another man well into his 90s, is coming back for the new Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
John Astin. Yep, he's 95 now.
He's one I've had the pleasure of meeting, and he's still awesome.
Oh, I would love to meet him. I would love to meet John Astin.
Really cool guy.
But I mean, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, it runs out of juice, but man, it really does. I mean, the Jaws parody, and
I remember renting that shit at the video store.
It's nuts. It's just absolutely nuts.
It has one of my favorite scenes in film history in it.
What's
the guy
that?
down at the lake fishing, and he hears the sound, and his dog.
The dog goes off camera.
I don't know, Jimmy.
Let me go look and see.
Oh my God! It's brilliant.
Who would have thought? Launches a franchise and a toy line cartoon.
Like,
yeah.
Who would have known? Who would have known? It's
So
I don't like. Oh, sorry. I was going to say I don't want to take Dan's thunder. One I'm going to mention because we had Lorne on a channel recently doing The Exorcist. So I've never seen Repossessed. But what's your general consensus of that?
It sucks.
No, not worth
it sucks. Yeah, for a film with Leslie Nielsen and Ned Beatty and Linda Blair, being a great sport, but oh man, it's no good. It's
Would you
no
say
good.
House of Exorcism is a fucking parody?
No.
That's just that's like chalk and cheese. The two of them versions of that film.
There is one that I
that's
can
just
mention.
made straight. Go on.
There's one I can mention though. It's called "Fuck the Devil," and
Fuck the Devil.
Fuck the Devil 2: Return of the Fucker.
Yeah, it's a German just who got it in his house. Watch the trailer for Fuck the Devil. That is on Blu-ray too. It's crazy.
That is some wild shit though. There's a scene with a little baby and she gets kicked out the fucking window and like
it's fun.
My
it's
bad.
Fun. No, Fuck the Devil I was not expecting to come up. That's not an adult film, by the way, Steve.
No, it's not. It's not. No.
Mine's
it's like
not
an Evil Dead. It's like an Evil Dead ripoff. Kind of really extremely bad.
That's kind of what they were going for.
Yeah.
So I picked a parody that this one is weird because it's got a big cast, but nobody really talks about it, from 1982 and director Graydon Clark, Wacko. Wacko is great cast. Joe Don Baker, who plays Dick Harbinger, Stella Stevens, George Kennedy, E.G. Daly's in it. It's and also Andrew Dice Clay right before he blew up as Tony Schlongini. With this movie is essentially a parody that follows the Pumpkinhead lawnmower killer, who yes, big massacre 13 years later, and Joe Don Baker is on the case. What really, every time I watch this, this movie is offensive as shit. Like, there's a running gag where George Kennedy is like, he keeps peeping on his daughters from a ladder in a window. And it's a running gag through the whole movie that he's like a pervert that peeps on his daughter. And they keep going back to it, which is hysterical. I mean, it's probably one of those movies you're going to feel really uncomfortable watching because, again, it's George Kennedy, Naked Gun. Like, you would kind of think he might have an issue with some of this humor. But every time he goes through these like ridiculous, over the top scenarios to try and peep on his daughters, and there's a line about creamy statutory thighs in this movie. That is like how offensive this gets. Anybody that thinks like Scary Movie is edgy, watch Wacko. A lot of typical like spoof humor. The kid's name is Damien, and there's a lot of callbacks to those movies. There's a football doctor who is a Nazi, and that's kind of like the running gag. He's Dr. Mengele. Andrew Dice Clay, you get to see him flip his girlfriend's parents' dinner table over with his boner because he can't control his boners. It's one you kind of have to see to believe. I don't know if it's going to make you bust a gut laughing, but you will not get this kind of humor in any kind of mainstream comedy anymore. Even back then, I remember watching it and thinking, man, this is weird that this dude just keeps peeping on his fucking daughter through the whole movie. Like, this is kind of a little bit awkward. But you get to see early Andrew Dice Clay doing his Travolta routine.
I got to check it out just for that.
Yeah, the principal's name is Harry Palms. It's
shit.
Pretty much everybody in this movie is a goddamn pervert. It's weird. And I don't know. Graydon Clark, who of course did Joysticks, which is a really fun comedy.
More importantly, Black Shampoo, right?
Absolutely, yeah. The Graydon Clark did it all. Just watch it. You have to experience this one once.
Thanksgiving time dinner movie, right?
Maybe don't watch it with the family.
Just two sentences from the Wacko plot description. 13 years ago, Mary Graves' older sister was murdered on Halloween prom night by a power-mowing maniac. Since then, Mary has experienced horror, sexual frustration, and psychoanalysis, but she still sees little lawnmowers everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a very stupid movie, but it's unique.
You got me at Pumpkinhead Lawnmower Killer.
Pumpkinhead Lawnmower. The opening line is
Lawnmower Killer.
You're seeing him assemble himself with put the pumpkin on his head, and he's like, "Death to all teenagers who fuck," is like the opening line.
That's a fairly recent release as well, isn't it, Dan? Because I bought that along with Pandemonium. Funny enough, that's another one from Alfred Saw.
Yeah,
yeah, it's a Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray. It's probably been 5 years ago or something.
Oh, is it already? Okay.
I bought a DVD bootleg of it at a convention years ago, and that's how I choose to watch it to this day. It was just a VHS tape on DVD or whatever.
Yeah,
it's a film that really evokes that era really well. So
yeah, it's different. I mean, Charles Napier, a Russ Meyer staple, he's in there as well. Yeah. It's a lot of great actors, and it's kind of grown on me over the years just because it is just so bizarre.
Cool. Yeah.
There's some.
There's never been a hand grenade in rock, paper, scissors. Stone's a fucking cheater.
You're doing great, man. Keep going.
Why do I work with children? I swear, if there's treasure in this chest, I'm not sharing it with any of them.
Dun, dun, dun.
If anyone didn't watch the prequel, they're completely lost.
Island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah, the Island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah, I'm very excited to talk about this topic because rocky road adapting this book, to say the least. But we got off to a very good start with Island of Lost Souls, the 1932 film from director Earl C. Kenton. And based on the 1896 novel by H.G. Wells, shot on location in the Catalina Islands, and stars Charles Laughton in the title role of Dr. Moreau. Richard Arlen is Edward Parker, and Layla Himes is Ruth Thomas, and also, of course, Bela Lugosi is the Sayer of the Law, and he was
don't forget the Panther Woman.
Yeah, absolutely, which was not in the book. That's something that they go back to in other movies, but that was not in H.G. Wells' book. H.G. Wells, or not H.G. Wells, Bela Lugosi actually did this film for $800, which went a lot further in 1932. But he was actually replaced another actor, and it's one of his best movies, ironically, because he wasn't in his.
I haven't seen it. So.
Yeah, it's really good. It's before obviously Bela Lugosi's Poverty Row run, and he's very good in the film. Layla Himes, who plays Ruth Thomas in this movie, was a pre-code staple. She also played Venus in Todd Browning's Freaks. So she's kind of classic horror royalty, and I would say that this is a pre-code Paramount classic that kind of launched a very up and down history of adapting Wells' novel, but I'm sure we'll jump kind of all over the place with these movies because there's also the kind of unofficial ones, and but I'm curious where does it all start for you guys? Anybody that wants to go first? I mean, Island of Dr. Moreau. I know, Lauren, you're a big fan of Island of Lost Souls. So
if you're a fan of classic horror, it's kind of impossible not to be. It's also a really film out of time too, because it doesn't look or feel like anything around it. Even it's a little too sophisticated for its own good, probably, but it's also very timely for the time it was made. And the weird thing is, those themes haven't grown very old. From it's a film that was very much a reaction to the mainstreaming of the concept of evolution. That's pretty much what the book was, but it was something that was uncomfortable for a predominantly Christian America to confront, and the horror film was the only place that could really do it. So you have this whole religiosity around animals becoming human, and the people becoming more bestial, and it plays like a really biting criticism of the entire subject, because it doesn't really take a side. On a surface read it might, but when you look a little bit deeper, you realize it's a very nuanced take. It's hard to figure out who the hero and who the villain is in that film.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what I think is missing from all these later adaptations, is that they all take sides.
Yeah,
and it's a mistake. It's a mistake. So if I had to say who the villain of Island of Lost Souls is, it's dogma in general. It's not a person, it's an idea. Once you dogmatically believe something, whether
you're
religious,
married to an idea, basically.
yeah, and it colors your perspective to the degree that you're willing to be murderous to protect it. So that's what I'd say that at its core, Island of Lost Souls is and does. It's one of those places that I would say, and this comes from the heart of a writer, it's a film that's better than its source material.
Whoa.
No, read the novel. I think everyone will come to that conclusion if they're being fair. Now, all the subsequent adaptations, none of them are better than the source material. You can have fun with all of them probably, but they're all pretty inferior. It's also one of those things. Lugosi gets we think of him as the Mount Rushmore figure he is for Dracula, but whether you're talking about this film, or whether you're talking about White Zombie, or
the Black Cat,
it's kind of ridiculous that he only gets pigeonholed into one role, because he really was the face of horror for a good 15 years, which doesn't sound like long for us now, but you got to realize cinema was new. Movie theaters were still being built. And he was the face of it. Karloff as well, but Karloff was hidden under makeup, generally speaking.
And that accent.
And Karloff had also been, in a lot of different types of movies that he was associated with. That today we think of him as primarily horror, but he was successful in a lot of places beyond the genre. Lugosi pretty much was only successful in horror, and he had a love-hate relationship with that, but ultimately he embraced it. So
he did, and there's so many unique things about this movie. A name that doesn't get mentioned a lot, but Charlie Gamora, his makeup, he was known for gorilla suits, and the makeup that he did on Lugosi and in this film is just absolutely stellar. That's a name that I feel like has largely been forgotten by time, sadly. But I mean, he did everything from 10 Commandments to Curse of the Faceless Man, and I Married a Monster from Outer Space. A lot of great work, great career. And this is that period where Universal, it's like we got to cash in now. Universal has figured it out with the horror film, and this one was banned in Britain for a very long time. I mean, nobody released it till 58, I think.
Vivisection was forbade.
Yeah, that was like a big no-no. And Charles Laughton. Very famously, his wife Elsa Lanchester, a legend in her own right for Bride of Frankenstein. Her response to the British censors saying that this film was against nature was, of course, it's against nature. So is Mickey Mouse. That's a very famous quote that she had at the time. But anybody else seen this one? Because it's definitely one of those classic films that you should see.
I haven't, but I will. Like, what would be, like, would you say be the proper release to grab for the?
Oh, the Criterion.
Criterion.
Yeah, there's a Criterion Blu-ray out there that,
okay.
Has some great bonus features and everything. I don't own a copy of it, but
okay.
I saw Island of the Lost Souls today, and I can definitively say that it is without a doubt the best adaptation of the source material. It's funny, I decided to check out the source material myself in a rather unique way, because Richard Stanley, who was hired originally to direct the 1996 version of Island of Dr. Moreau, on the third disc of this great documentary, he actually does the whole audiobook.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I did see that doc. I did see that doc on Tubi. I didn't.
Yes.
It is on Tubi, so I need to check that out for sure.
One of my favorite docs about movies ever made. I mean, say what you will about the 96 film, it's not good, but my God, is it insane what went on behind the scenes, from them trying to replace him with Roman Polanski before he was able to win over Marlon Brando and stay on, and what might have been. It's an batshit insane documentary.
Way better than the film it's about.
Way more entertaining than the actual film, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only one I've seen, really, is the 96 version. But in terms of, the background, I just thought I'd throw out a few fun facts with the background. So Brando, his daughter committed suicide, and while he was on set doing the film, and he kind of went off on his own onto some private island. They literally, he would not say his lines. He would not learn his lines. So he'd have this earpiece in. So the director would be telling him his lines. And he said, like, during actually him doing takes of the film, he could pick up police radio. Brando was telling him, the off license down the road, or the spa down the road has been broken into, while they're doing the film. You got stuff with the little guy as well, which Brando is like one of his best mates on set.
Nelson De La Rosa. Yes.
Yeah. Brando literally locked himself in a trailer, which was all air conditioned, by the way, while all the other cast members were sweating profusely during the day. And the list goes on. You've got the Val Climber stuff as well. He was really literally an asshole on set to everyone. But no, I just thought I'd throw in a few fun facts. That's the only one I've seen, but I do want to see that original. But I couldn't get hold of it. I tried. Just couldn't get hold of it in time.
Would y'all consider... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go for it.
Would y'all consider Island of the Fishmen an adaptation? Or no?
That's the stretch.
Inspired by, maybe.
Inspired, in quotation marks.
No, that's more of a riff on Shadow over Innsmouth.
Yeah, probably more so.
But Stanley was fired, wasn't he, by New Line? And then he come back as like an extra, and no one knew he was on set.
He snuck back on set, and he had and there's photos of this. It almost sounds like too insane to be true, but there's actual photos. Everything that could possibly go wrong at this time, because Val Kilmer, who was a notorious asshole as well, he was going through a divorce from Joanne Whaley. And when John Frankenheimer replaced Richard Stanley, after a few days, he said, if I were directing a movie called The Life of Val Kilmer, I wouldn't have that motherfucker in it. That was pretty much his take on everything. But everything was against Richard Stanley on this. A hurricane destroyed the set. It just
perfect storm.
Perfect storm.
He's a strange cat, though, man.
He's a very strange guy. I mean, the documentary presents the other side of it with some of the producers, because they said he knew a warlock named Skip who he like cast a spell so he wouldn't
on Marlon Brando, put a hex on him for the...
to charm him, I
And
guess.
Marlon Brando was like overeating there, like, right? I mean, so I've heard stories of him going to the theater and he snuck in like 10 cheeseburgers and shit in his jacket. You know?
Brando was a pretty notorious prick there towards the end with all of his different. He was known for fucking with people on movies, but
wasn't Bruce Willis as well originally gonna take Val Kilmer's role?
He was going to be the castaway. James Woods was Montgomery.
James Woods,
that's right. Yeah.
At one point,
crushed, right, Dan, in this movie?
Fairuza Balk, the beautiful Fairuza Balk.
Can I just say, look, I passed on Island of Dr. Moreau back in '96 when it first came out because the word of mouth was so terrible. It was so terrible on it. I just, I wasn't a big Val Kilmer guy anyway. I mean, even though I saw The Ghost in the Darkness, which he did same year with Michael Douglas. What's
I love The Ghost in the Darkness.
It's all right. It's all right. I mean,
it's great as Jim Morrison.
The Doors.
Oh, I just saw The Doors earlier this year because Val Kilmer had died. And I mean, okay, just off tangent real quick. Okay, I didn't like The Doors. I thought that Kilmer was good in a very zombie-like performance. I mean, I don't get what Jim Morrison, what made this guy so special. And unfortunately, I don't think Val Kilmer sold it to me as to what made this guy so special. But can I just say, look, I saw the 96 version first just because I wanted to get it out of the way. I didn't hate it. I mean, the Stan Winston makeup is pretty good. It's pretty cool. Yeah. There is stuff from the novel that does survive. There is stuff from Stanley's screenplay that survives. I just think that, everybody is kind of wasted in it. Hellboy, who played the
Ron Perlman.
Sayer of the Law. He's barely in it. Fairuza Balk clearly did not want to be there. She wanted to bail so badly. I feel so bad.
She was good friends with Stanley, and she tried, but then they threatened to ruin her career if she did.
Yeah, and David Toulis.
She did actually. She had this chauffeur-driven limousine.
Yes.
Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, and he's interviewed in the documentary. Yeah, I mean, David Toulis was fine. I mean, considering the fact they needed somebody to bring in the James Woods role. I mean, and I didn't hate Brando. I mean, I thought Kilmer was just awful. I don't know what Kilmer was trying to do in this movie. And it's really Kilmer's fault that Stanley got fired. It's ultimately Kilmer's fault. And look, I was never a fan of Val Kilmer. I even went back and I watched that little segment from his documentary Val that came out earlier this year where it supposedly gave his side. No, all it does is that he's being an annoying asshole with a video camera going around the set. And Marlon Brando is on a hammock and asks him, "Oh, give me a swing, Val, give me a swing." So yeah, he's swinging this fat fuck on a hammock.
They hated each other on that set as well.
They did.
They had a job to bring them together in certain scenes.
Yeah.
Or what have you, but
I mean, to be fair, I would give the 96 version probably just 2 stars. Maybe I'm being slightly generous on that. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, I don't think it lets down the novel necessarily, but when they brought Frankenheimer in, it was just, basically, okay, how can we do this for cheap? Now, the version we haven't mentioned yet, the 1977 version from American International Pictures with Burt Lancaster as Dr. Moreau and Michael York as the survivor and everything, that does a hell of a lot more on its $6 million budget than the 96 version does with $40 million. They wasted so much money on that production. It's insane. And the 77 version, it's okay.
It's not great. Bert's good.
It's not great. I mean, when I sat through it, I was kind of like, okay, you know what? This is the type of movie you watch when it's raining outside on a Saturday afternoon and there's nothing else on the other channels.
That's a weird film because if you were to not know and just be told, hey, this was a film that was released in 1967, you'd buy it.
Yeah.
It
was 77.
Yeah, exactly. It feels about 10 years out of date, beyond its expiration date already.
Yeah.
I always felt that way about Omega Man as well. Is that they're films that don't really fit into the tableau of the moment as well as they should. That said, if you take some of the more, I guess psychedelic's not the right term, but some of the more fanciful elements out of that version, it probably would stand up a little bit better.
It's dated from it.
It's not just dated; it's dated in a way that feels like a cul-de-sac. Like, you know how okay, if you watch like Beatles' Yellow Submarine or Monty Python, they're very much of that late 60s vibe, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, but it manages to bring you into that world and make it feel fresh, and you live in that world. That's not what this does. It just feels like
brings you there, and you're like
bored
bored out of your
can't
mind.
wait to get off of.
The makeup in the 77 version was done by John Chambers, of course, famously did the Planet of the Apes movies, and like the makeup is very masky, very plasticky, and it's from director Don Taylor, who also did Escape from the Planet of the Apes and Damien Omen 2. Okay, and it's just it's barely watchable. I mean, Stanley is right about one thing. Burt Lancaster, pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, yeah. I mean, but the rest of it, no. And finally, last but not least, on this documentary, on this 3-disc set, like I said, on the 3rd disc, he actually reads the novel. On the 2nd disc, which is called the H.G. Wells Files, is the super rare 1921 version called The Island of the Lost, which came out in Germany, and that was discovered a few years back. I haven't watched it yet. It's about an hour long. It's also on YouTube. But yeah, that's another version. But I didn't get a chance to watch the 2 unofficial versions, like the Twilight People, I think is one of them.
Terror is a Man
Yes.
from 1959.
59, yeah.
Gerardo De Leon and Eddie Romero. That one, I mean, that launched a very iconic series called the Blood Island series, which was huge in the drive-in circuit. I feel like we'll probably talk about those at some time, so I won't go like super deep. But Terror is a Man is fantastic. It was billed as the first Filipino horror movie. Very atmospheric. I mean, again, not kind of a loose adaptation. You do get a really scary creature. It's basically a mummy cat, and that is actually a lot creepier than it sounds. Twilight People from 72 from
Jess Franco.
No, Eddie Romero directed.
Oh,
Twilight
my fault.
People.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but it's also another Filipino film. That one's kind of just a fun adventure, and it really is it benefits from a great heavy performance from this actor Jan Merlin, who plays Steinman, the villain. He is so smarmy. You want to see him get the shit kicked out of him by John Ashley's character so bad. This one's just fun. You got Pam Grier in here as Aisa, the cat lady, and it's just a really fun movie. There's the Batman creature. You look at like CG now where somebody's flying, it won't evoke the same feeling of seeing the Batman fly in Twilight People. It's just I recommend it highly. Not as, a serious adaptation of the Wells novel, but Twilight People is just a fun, wonderful movie.
I'm sure it's better than the Bat People.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I did. Especially at
No
the
one
end
has
where they're
ever
attacking
seen the
Moreau.
Bat People, Stone. I've explained this before. You think you have, but you haven't. You can't prove it.
I have.
No.
I've seen it several times. Yeah.
That film is instant amnesia.
Oh, Stanley Winston. The first film of Stanley Winston. That's how he was billed.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Yeah, exactly. It's
I don't
crap.
think he remembers
It's
it
total
either.
crap.
Yeah.
There was a reason why it was mocked on Mystery Science Theater 3000.
But wait, I always get confused about this because I always thought that Octoman was the first Stan Winston joint.
Really?
That's what, yeah, because Octoman was kind of like forgotten about for a long time too, and I don't know if that's, I can't recall if that's one where
Rick Baker. That's Rick Baker.
That's Rick Baker.
Was it Baker?
Yeah.
Okay.
That explains it. I am wrong. I'm happy to be wrong.
You can't give somebody credit for Octoman that doesn't deserve.
Listen, Octoman is the joint, man.
That's the clip they showed.
Well, let's talk about Octoman.
That's the clip that Joe Dante showed in Gremlins 2, the new batch, as a little joke on Rick Baker.
I got nothing to be ashamed of. I'm kind of an easy mark for monster movies from that era, so I'm not saying it's great, but it's fun.
I showed friends Octoman off of a glitchy VHS tape just because that was the best way to watch it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great. The color completely goes out at one point for like 10 minutes. It's great. That's the way to watch Octoman.
It's also on Blu-ray.
Yeah, that takes all the fun out of it.
Yeah, I agree. Things don't have to look good.
In closing, can I just say that Joe Dante considers Island of the Lost Souls one of the best horror films ever made. And I want to say real quick that on Twitter, I'm doing a November ranking challenge where I'm ranking all of Joe Dante's movies. It's been a trip so far. I mean, I love Piranha and The Howling, of course. Explorers and The Burbs, which I got to watch that for the first time since the 80s. I haven't watched that in forever.
Yeah.
The blooper where I'll save it. Actually, I want you to just experience it, but watch the bloopers.
Yes,
I'll tell you, Neighbors is better.
Oh. With Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi.
Yeah.
The one that where they decide to switch roles and they make John Belushi the straight man and Dan Aykroyd the comic relief. Insanity. That's from the director of Rocky and the Karate Kid too.
Dante is also another still with us, and whatever you think about his films, he is such a good conversation because legitimately loves this stuff. He's a monster kid. He will talk to you forever about the most obscure movies from his childhood. It's if you get a chance to ever have a conversation with them,
I want to meet him at a convention so badly. I'm a huge Joe Dante fan.
I don't know if he does as many now.
No, he still does them. Yeah, he still does them. Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen him in a while.
He was one up in one in Canada just very recently. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, that's good then. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Before we leave, Dr. Murrow, I just want to say that the idea of kind of the evolution horror was not confined to just the Wells adaptations. There was a ton of trashier titles that went to similar places, including my beloved Captive Wild Woman, which to me is quintessential exploitation trash as high art, and I recommend it to everyone.
No. We'll have to cover that sometimes. Captive Wild Woman is really good.
Captive Wild Women?
Captive Wild Woman.
Oh, Wild Woman. Okay.
Not plural.
All right.
Was that done on Mystery Science Theater 2? I have a feeling it was.
I don't think
it might be, but that's not fair to the movie. It's Aquanetta is the best non-actress you've ever seen in a film.
Kind of ran out of Hollywood through pervy producers, right?
Yeah.
No.
And then came back for Grizzly Adams TV show. So.
Oh wow, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, she did the Grizzly Adams TV show, and then she did the commercials for her husband's car dealership until she died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She would have been interesting to meet.
Yeah. Well, she's gone now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh. I do have her book of poetry. Somewhere.
Oh, nice.
Over here.
That is probably insanely out of print.
Well, there it is.
Oh, very cool.
And what's cool about this copy is, though not in,
Oh, nice.
not signed to me, but signed to someone.
Yeah.
Not a very good poet, I'm afraid. However, I love this woman's work, and the fact that I bought the book off of Amazon back in the earliest days of Amazon when they first introduced the marketplace, and nowhere did it say it was signed.
Damn.
But if you look, but to be fair, there's so few copies of this book actually were pressed. It doesn't have much value. It's not like it's expensive. Almost all of them are signed. So if you want a great golden age horror actress signature, fairly cheap, just find yourself a copy of Audible Silence by Aquanetta.
Nice. You never know sometimes. I've had random used books and it's had the author notes in there, which is wild.
Absolutely.
So yeah, Island of Lost Souls. Pick up the Blu-ray from Criterion, and then pick up this, and that is all you're going to need.
Watch the doc.
You're going to need.
Watch the doc, irregardless. Even if the subject matter doesn't interest you at all, it is one of the great movie docs. It really is.
And it's just, man, because of how depressing that whole experience was, and how just, will we ever have another adaptation of Dr. Moreau? Will it ever happen? I mean, look, to be fair, I know that Richard Stanley came back with a new film with Nicolas Cage a few years ago called The Color. What was it called? The Color of Space or whatever, something like that.
Color Out of Space.
Yeah. I mean, if he was given another chance, I don't think it's going to happen. But
he has a Dunwich horror film in pre-production, I believe. So he's not done. I think there was some he got caught up in some controversy, but he is working on it now. I think for something like Island of Dr. Moreau, to rewind to the beginning of the episode, it might take somebody like a Guillermo del Toro to just want to do it bad enough. I don't know. I still feel like Island of Lost Souls is where it's at for now. Yeah. Maybe somebody will get it right. There's a lot of interesting and cool themes that you could tackle. It's still relevant, and maybe one day.
Maybe, hopefully. I just hope the 96 version didn't taint the property forever,
It's been
didn't do it
30
any
years.
favors.
Unfortunately, it is one of the notorious flops. But there was a lot of that, around that time. There was a lot of big, epic, expensive misses. We had The Postman and Waterworld, and
damn you, Val Kilmer.
Well, on that note, guys, I believe, did we have anything else to cover?
That's it.
That's pretty much it.
That's it.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you back here next month of December. So I'm curious what our topics will be. And we will have more Dead End Drive-In soon.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. And guys, what do you have going on Subjective Perspective Collective?
Go for it.
Yeah. So we're covering Roman Polanski's Apartment trilogy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it'll be good to get into that. I don't think you haven't seen The Tenant, right, Darren? Not yet.
I've not seen Rosemary's Baby or The Tenant.
Oh,
so
shit. Okay.
I'm going to be diving into them in the next couple of days. Yeah.
Well, you're missing out on The Tenant.
Yeah, I've got
Rosemary's Baby.
I've got the big edition, but Repulsion I love. I don't know why I've not.
Oh yeah,
for them.
Darren, have you ever been in a coma?
No.
No. So Rosemary's Baby will give you the opportunity to experience that safely.
I've heard that, and that's probably one of the reasons maybe I haven't gone to it at all. But I've heard kind of mixed things. But there's some people that just put it way up there as one of the classics of all time. So
it definitely.
Well, I think some people lost their virginity to that movie and have good memories of it. Sure.
It's an important movie. I mean, definitely.
Yeah. For sure.
Influenced a lot.
My final thought before we end the stream is Well, next month, Region Free is going to be on a Saturday night, the 13th. On the 12th, I will be seeing by hell or high water the new Silent Night, Deadly Night, which has an 86% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So I want to throw out there, we should talk about the Silent Night, Deadly Night franchise.
Okay.
On the 13th. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not
Most
watching
definitely.
those later films again.
Oh, the second one is the greatest.
Oh, I got them
man.
all.
Garbage Day.
Yeah. Vestron made it easy to get.
I might revisit the original for you guys, but
I mean, if you watch the second one, you're watching the first one anyway.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
without any sense of like context.
I'm actually seeing tomorrow Keeper, the new Osgood Perkins movie, and Carpenter's Son, which is like the Jesus story as a horror film with Nicolas Cage as Joseph. So it's going to be an interesting day at the movies.
Yeah.
Is anybody going to see the Edgar Wright Running Man?
Yeah.
remake?
Yeah. I'm going to probably see that soon.
Written by some weirdo named Richard Bachman. I don't know. I've never heard of this guy before.
I mean, Running Man's a weird one because I mean Schwarzenegger was not the intent and definitely not. So,
Yeah.
The novel is nothing like that movie. Nothing.
No, not at all.
Right.
Directed by Starsky.
Right up the ending. Because that ending today might be post 9/11 might have some problems. I don't know.
Oh,
We'll see if he kept it.
You think we'll ever get Rage? Or is
No.
he just-
Rage will never be made available in book form or made into a film.
Yeah. You can get that the Bachman books hardcover. That might be your last opportunity for Rage. But yeah,
we'll see if Edgar Wright does better than Starsky.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll be fine. I kind of am upset that it's not an actual game show host, and because Richard Dawson was fun in the original. I thought they'd keep that tradition going, but
but who would that be today? I mean,
you're a little more. You know what? I think Todd suggested this. Jane Lynch, from the singing show Glee.
No, see, I think they should have gone in the opposite direction. They should have found either like a CNBC or Fox News host to do it.
You want like Bill O'Reilly is like
exactly. Either way, either far left or far right. It'd be brilliant.
Maybe Wolf Blitzer.
Wolf would be awesome for it.
Wolf Blitzer.
He's like 180 years old. It's perfect.
They could be sinister. That's actually probably an interest. Yeah, fuck.
Hell, screw it. Get Connie Chung.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. She could be evil, I suppose. I don't know.
Isn't Jane Pauley dead? She can't do it.
You got Tim Pool or something.
Katie Couric.
Not mean enough. Maybe Matt Lauer. He seems like he could be a prick. So
he became the devil. They blacklisted him.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of people disappeared around that time. A lot of big names just kind of unmade. But all right, guys, we will see you back here December 13th for some more Region Free. Comment the video, that helps, and share. Good night.
Yeah.